Hello, greetings, welcome back to my channel. Here we are again with a pick a card for you. As always, I'd like to preface by saying pick a card is of course a great way to get to know yourself a little bit, to get to know if this works for you. However, it obviously cannot be one reading for everyone, so this is hopefully a way for you to find out if there's a story you need to know, a question you have. I do readings personally. You can write me on here. We'll get a hold of each other. If you're in the Salt Lake area, we can do it in person. I always find in person best. That's the way that our energies are colliding the best. But whatever works, we can definitely do a situation where we send a video or even video call, and you can Venmo the money. Whichever way works best, we figure a way out. But for today, I've got these three decks, 1, 2, and 3. You may choose which one you like. Number 2, you'll see why it's still in the wrapping there, and 3. Now the other dice here for Aries and Virgo and Scorpio, those don't mean anything because I will be rolling those dice for you. You can take it into account if you want, of course. If you are, an Aries and you say, okay, I see that's a sign for me, I'm going to pick Aries, I'm going to pick the third one, go ahead. But for now, take some time to enjoy the smoke here. Our little dragon puffing away, creating a nice atmosphere. Okay, all right, we are going to get right started into our first one now. Let me readjust this camera a little bit. There we go. We'll move these decks number 2 and number 3 for now. Oops. Okay, now if you picked deck number 1, you have picked the Cat Tarot. 5 of Swords, so we are already seeing this may be about a quarrel. 1, how people see you. And air on air, Gemini with a Libra there. Mercury. Mercury being how you write, talk, communicate, and travel, and think. Okay, so the way that I do my readings, the cards get laid down based off of which areas in the sky have planets in them right now. So that can vary how many cards I lay down from year to year or from time to time. The planets move really slowly, so you'll have a lot of, lots of time with the certain amount of planets in those places. It's only the moon that really travels daily, I'd say. Oh, and there we have the moon for the first card. I really like this Cat Tarot. I guess I'm going to give this a little something for each one of these. It's always different every day. I mean, I'm very intuitive, so just whatever all of a sudden pops into my head, I feel like there's a reason why it popped into my head. So sometimes I will give each of the dice a card. Sometimes I will just be one on the sun. Sometimes we do it without the planets around and we just use more dice. It just depends. But that's something for when there's an actual person standing in front of me and telling me or vibing, whatever the vibe is. So first there, we've got strength. Strength on the Libra there. So air signs are your strength. Because Libra and Gemini right there, right? Over in the 1, the reputation. A Knight of Swords. So again with the air signs, so very airy. You may be an air sign or you may just be a very talkative person, which In my experience, that means you're an Aquarius. You just won't stop. You just yapping, yapping, yapping. It can be a good thing. It can be, not everyone loves that all the time. So, but the Knight of Swords is quick to talk. Sometimes quicker to talk than to think, which can be a snare, of course. Mercury on how you write, talk, communicate, and travel. There we are with the Nine of Wands. So, guarded, usually, the Nine of Wands, isn't he? Excuse me. But just with a lot of, if we're going off like these pips, I like to sometimes just feel how much, right? How much of one sign we're seeing. 9 Wands, of course, is a lot of fire, a lot of action, a lot of passion, a lot of energy. So you might be, that guy that's really bouncing back and forth at a party. You're talking to these people, you're talking to those people, you're going back to those people, talking to them. You've got a lot going on. That's your strength here. In the subconscious, we have, in Pluto, we have the moon, the subconscious. So, the moon being a gentle one, right, is kind of a Cancer and emotion energy. She's got her eyes closed. She's going within herself, which is what the Pluto planet gives us, is kind of that sub-real or super real, I would say. The super reality that you need to be in touch with. Here we have in the Sun, the Pope. The Pope is usually the Hierophant. In this card, it's the Pope. This is a deck that's very kid-friendly, right? If I was going to be hired for a kid's birthday, this is the kind of deck I would use. The imagery is quite soft and enjoyable. It's not too scary. The answers are not too mean. They're very light and enjoyable. So, anyway, the Pope has enlightenment, right? He has, in this case at least, I'm not a big fan of the Hierophant, but in this card deck, it's the Pope, and the Pope looks very kind. He's very advice giving, I'd say, right? He listens to your sorrows. He wants to comfort you. And the Saturn is the taking on new challenges. So perhaps you are wanting to get in touch with your spiritual side, right? That may be something with the Sun here, something that is dear to your heart right now, to accept the challenge of becoming a little more spiritual. You're yearning for this, something you've been missing in the superficial world of so much just talk, blah, blah. You're wanting to talk about God or about whoever else you believe in, Vishnu or whatever, Buddha, I don't know. But you're wanting to come from a spiritual point, possibly. Here in Mercury, the Queen of Cups. Okay, so communications, talk, and travel is very emotional, right? Venus, very beauty, success. If you want to read exactly what it says there, the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. But right now, the Queen of Cups, she has so many fountains behind her, so much water, so much overflowing love. So her communications are really coming from a very beautiful spiritual point, right? Honest love cup. She wants to really discuss things from a heartfelt way, not from a just superficial way, right? Just talking just to talk. Your confidence, the Three of Pentacles is a beautiful card. It's a confident card. Well, it's a card of talking to other people, meshing with other people, learning from other people, teaching other people. So it's a community card, okay? That's very good in a confidence area here with the planet Jupiter. That's a very good vibe, especially for someone that was having so much air signs right in their center right now. Uranus, your enlightenment card, we do have the 7, which I think you have been enlightened to a devious person or to something that has been manipulative, right? Just bullshitting you, basically. Just talking crap. You're saying, okay, this is not making sense. Why do you say this and then say this? You want to have these communications, these conversations that actually mean something. People are actually telling you what they think, what they mean. That's what you want, right? And you're sick of 7 of Swords. You're enlightened to it. This person is just talking just to talk. They're just telling stories and you're sick of it. I can totally get that. Here with the 5 of Wands, a very beautiful card, because the 5 of Wands is a card of dueling for the sake of strengthening, right? You can have that best friend where you guys can talk crap to each other because you know where it's coming from. It's coming from a loving point. You can tell each other honest to the face because you know you're helping them, right? It's not going to help anybody if you tell them, yeah, you look so nice when they look like crap, you know? You're telling them, nope, that shirt's not going to work for you. You're loving the banter, okay? Banter or also sport, right? You guys are playing tennis. You're not going to play the ball to each other because why would you keep playing just to play it to each other? And it's 0-0 for 3 years you've been playing together. You know what I mean? You're trying to make them see, okay, I can jump for the ball. I can move faster. I can think, right? So it's a good card. And that's where your strength, your drive is coming from, is you're wanting intellectual people. You're wanting people that are strengthening you because you're strengthening them. You're not into the fluffy bullshit of just da-di-da, you know, just going through motions just because it feels safe. Anyway, sometimes I get on my own tangent. Okay, the moon here. The moon's in Virgo right now. And the 3 of Cups. Okay, that's beautiful. In your subconscious, you are wanting that loving friendship, that beautiful connection that you have where you can drink with them. You're not worried about it. You don't have to think about, am I acting the right way? Are they going to say tomorrow, oh my goodness, he was so drunk? You know what I mean? You're not worried about people with that. You're honest. You got each other's back. You can drink whatever you want to drink. Those are the best kind of friends, right? Okay, so coming back then to the strength. This is your strength. Communications. Beautiful, beautiful. A Knight of Swords. So I guess the only thing left to ask now is, if this is your reputation, one more card just as a, we see if this is your reputation, this is going great. Where are you finding this change? 7 of Cups. Okay, so many cups with many outcomes, many great wins. So basically, anywhere and everywhere. You have so many great options. You are doing great. People are going to love you for being true, being real. Keep doing that. Keep being real. We love that. We want that. A lot of people want that. And the people that don't want that, well, they can get out of your way, right? Okay. Let me just put all this back together. And I have to say, while I'm doing this, I can take my time here. You can always hire me because I just said it with like a kid's birthday, you know? I'll make my readings appropriate for whatever kind of group it is. Kid's birthday, company party, grandma's birthday, whatever it is, something like that. Or you just, maybe a medieval fair, you know? You have some kind of a booth and you want something extra there to draw the people in or to offer the people. We can talk about that. I would love to do something like that. I'm very much into LARPing, so I would have my own costume if I did need to dress appropriately. We can definitely do that. I would love doing that. Let's get these out of the way. Let's talk it out. Let's find out what works for us, right? That would be a lot of fun to me. Okay, now to unveil the next number 2 here. Okay, this has the 3, but this is a vice versa deck. So we have 2 sides to every card. I'm very excited to use this one. I love this deck. See, it's very interesting. Anyway, for those who picked deck number 2, we have the 9th house. We have the Uranus and Pisces. Give this a little bit of a shuffle. The 9th house is going to be about longer journeys, broadening your horizons, and spiritual things. So you may be asking about spiritual things. Oh, sure. Let's just go with the 3 cards. That's what we've been doing. Wow. Well, spiritual things. Right there in the Uranus, we have the Hermit, the spiritual enlightener, searching for wisdom and lighting the path for others. Here with your 9th house, we have the 10 of Cups, a rainbow, as we see, of course, from Noah's Ark, right? The flood is finally over, water's gonna lower, and so the cups are gonna fill. And then for Pisces, for the emotions, we've got sturdiness with the Knight. The Knight is usually holding his emotions in pretty well because he's more of a practical thinker, right? More of a, honey, just tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. Don't expect me to think about it or guess or, figure out your clues and codes. Just say it straight up. So in that, looking for spiritual things, it's kind of funny to have this guy, very matter of fact and basic, just straight, along with this guy, the very wisdom and think deep and go into it. With enlightenment, of course, Uranus enlightenment, it does make sense. We're going from kind of to it's getting closer to the middle there. And to emotional total completion, right? Anyway, so here we have the wonderful Emperor. He sits strong. He's fiery and passionate, but he does like to be in control. The classic dominant male that likes a woman who is giving him the attention, who is giving him the reins and saying, yes, baby, I trust what you do. We're just going to do your thing, right? That's kind of in Pluto right now. So, and it's an Aries, fiery, headstrong, provider. That's a good word. Provider. And the enlightenment of transformation in Pluto. Charging forward. And an ace, a beautiful ace of swords. Here in the accepting new challenges with Saturn. What's important to you with the sun? What's in your heart burning right now? The sun. And of course, Neptune being your longings and yearnings. And it is a sword, a thought. Thoughts and talks. Thoughts and talks. Right? You're accepting Excalibur, so to say. You're pulling the enlightenment out of the stone and into air, you know. Maybe that's not making sense to people, but basically a crown. You want to understand. You're looking for that enlightenment. You're ready to grab the sword and attack this problem of not exactly understanding or not knowing. You're wanting more. And there, the world with Venus and communications. There's a lot in the world. You got the four elements. I've heard that these are the four cardinal signs or fixed signs. I don't know. I'm not big into the cardinal, fixed, immutable. That's just another layer that I don't really attack. I'm just like, it's enough with the way it is for me. Anyway, but it has the world, right? The four elements, and in the center, if you know the movie, the fifth element, the person itself. She has a fire and a blue fire, which is kind of more like the water in a fiery way. I mean, it's, you know, plus and minus. It's black and white. It's man and female. It's completion. It's wanting to understand everything, right? Talk, communicate, and travel with Mercury. So you are starting to talk. You're starting to wonder, right? Success, beauty with Venus. This is what you're indulging in. You're wanting to get something to read, something to think about, something to talk about. Jupiter, another ace. 2 aces is great. And there in Jupiter, your confidence. Wonderful to have a wand there. And it's not just any wand, it's the Ace of Wands. You've got that lightning strike, right? Act of God, crush, just it hit you. Boom, yes, I'm understanding now. This is what I want. I want to, who knows what. Like I said, I just happen to be in, I mean, if you know Utah, it's going to be a very Christian idea that I have. So I'm thinking go to church, but you can maybe be, okay, I am into something a little closer to tarot, I've been told, Kabbalah. You know, I want to start working out, or I want to start meditating more with Buddha or whatever. I mean, it just depends on what your spiritual incline is, right? But you're feeling something more than just the material, right? Oh, and here in the enlightenment, the sudden change, the awakening, which we have here from this light, judgment. So the path that you are going is going right into a perfect judgment, right? This is you are going the right way. You are walking towards that guiding angel. Beautiful, warming sun. You're feeling very at home. You're feeling completely accepted. Right? I mean, they're all naked. There's nothing they need to hide. There's nothing they need to cover. They're back to Adam and Eve. No shame, right? The reason they had to start covering up is I feel ashamed, and there's no need. They are completely happy with what they have found, the enlightenment. Warm embrace, the sun, the community. Here in the fiery drive, though, the strength and drive and fighting spirit, we have the 7. Which is a problem. It's quite opposite to the enlightenment. The fiery drive there is a very dark card, right? He's in the night. He's sneaking. 7 swords. So be careful of manipulation. People see you charging head forth strength into something. They like to throw a little stick there, right? We all know that meme, I guess, of bicycle tire and then throw a wand in there, basically. People don't like to see other people succeed, right? At least some people. Those worldly people, the people that are very material, right? They think there's no way you can be that happy. We need to stop that right away. So that fiery drive, be careful of manipulations. And here, Virgo. In the moon, the subconscious. Virgo is also the enlightenment card here. So that's just where the moon is right now. We have the magician. He's on his way. He's got the tools, right? He's holding that double burning candle up there, up high over his head, signifying enlightenment, right? And here we have Orion up there, a nice little constellation. Orion's belt. But flowers everywhere, right? He's the card of you can do this, you can make it happen. You just have to believe in yourself. Don't let people manipulate you like the Seven of Swords. Keep going on your journey of enlightenment. Beautiful. Okay. So, with that, we have one more deck to discover. And we're just going to jump right back into the next one. I'm going to just hurry and put this away really quick. And I guess that's a good place to say. If you are looking for that journey to enlightenment, if this has hit you correctly, hit me up. Let me know. I'd love to, even if if you live in this area and there's just a way to talk about enlightenment, talk about what it is that I do, my beliefs. I mean, I am somewhat Christian, I would say. I'm very in that direction. Then that would be fun too. But of course, I can't forget to mention that I will also gladly lay cards for people, to make my business happen. That's just what I'm here for, right? Don't we all have to make a little money? It's part of life. So here we are. And now for this deck, you pick deck number 3. Okay. 5. The house of things that you did as a child, the house of things that you enjoy doing. Right in the middle there, Neptune and Cancer. So that seems to me vibes of emotion and longings, yearnings, very much with Cancer, very much what you've kept inside, what you're really wishing for, hoping for, thinking of a lot, or maybe even subconsciously you don't even know how much you've been wanting this, right? It's just a very deep, secret emotion. Let's see what we find there, okay? Okay, right away there. Sometimes they stick together. We just give you 2. Okay, money. I'm seeing so many pentacles. You are wanting the beauty, the things of the world. 9 of Pentacles there. Ace of Pentacles there. And this is the... I always have to translate it. Page. The Page of Cups. Okay, so Page of Cups is a water sign. So if you are a Cancer, that's already a little bit of a connection. But Cancer being a water sign and this being a cup, a page, he is young. He is honest about his emotions. He is looking at his emotions. He's trying to understand his emotions, right? He's kind of, going within himself about these emotions, right? He's trying to read, what is it? And it is right there for that dice, the yearnings, longings. So that's where we are. 9 of Pentacles, that's a higher one along with the ace for the 5. So 5 things that you liked to do when you were young. So hobbies coming back up possibly. Is it something you want to start doing again? Is it things that you had when you were young? You know, nostalgic for your old 8 tracks, old tapes, old Discman, something like that, kind of going back through the old junk drawer. You know, you're going back to your parents' house and they have some stuff of yours that you're just seeing again and you're thinking, wow, I need to reconnect to these times. There's something I'm missing in my life. It's something to think about, isn't it? The Nine of Pentacles is the Virgo. She's beauty. She's success, right? The beauty, expensive things, indulgent, pretty things, right? So antique things that are worth lots of money, possibly something that you're wanting to get into, maybe. I just noticed here the 5 in the moon. So subconsciously, that 5, that looking for help from somewhere, wondering where to turn. Very interesting to me there. Pluto, so in your subconscious, kind of a inspirational and rebirth energy planet transformation. We're at the Fool, starting that journey. You're starting to get into something again, right? Something that is being revisited, something that you really, really want to do. Like, so that's just what I'm getting from the dice that fell. And here, accepting new challenges, 10 of coins, 10 of pentacles. So, Sun, we already said it's very important to you. The 10 of coins, generational. So yes, antique things from grandparents, you know, that they've left you. Something that is super interesting and important to you, that is really in that Neptune yearning. It seems there's something that you want back. Here in the communications, and also the Venus, the beauty, which we're having here, the beauty of the Virgo already. The 2 of Swords. You're guarded. You're holding on to these things. You're not wanting to let go of them. You're not wanting to throw them away. You're holding on to these old things. These valuable things. And here we have the 6 of Pentacles in your confidence in the Jupiter right now. So the 6 of Pentacles, that's going to be the giving, right? The kind of a charity. So your confidence is in charitable donation. You want to help people out. You want to help with things that you have that you can give to others. And now here's the weird one, the 2 that's stuck together in Uranus, the Enlightenment. We had the 10 of Swords, which is a big backstab, right? A huge upset. That's covering, that's guarding die Mäßigkeit, which is 14, Temperance. So not being able to find a happy medium, right? Not being able to make things mesh. It's guarded by this huge loss. Perhaps somebody has passed and you have all these things from them and you can't let go of those things because they're all you've got left. And here in the fire, the Mars, your fighting spirit, your drive, your energy, we have the Chariot. You're able to move, you got to run, you got to make things happen. You have to see things from a real perspective, right? You have to come back to reality, is what this is saying. You need to be driven into a perspective of realism where you understand how much you can have, how much you can do. So I'm going to give you a couple more cards here to understand how you can get beyond this loss or beyond this holding on to, this yearning, this longing. Ah, okay, threes. Okay, look at that. It's beautiful, right? That says everything, doesn't it? 3, 3, 6. So, 3 of cups, 3 of wands, 6 of cups. With the 3 of cups, reconnecting, you know, get together with people, talk about this. As in, I mean, if you were a person I was talking to, obviously we could find out if this is true, but since I can only guess, I guess, right? Only intuitive. This is a person that has passed. Talk to those other people that knew him, you know, get together. You're going to share, you know, laugh together and remember the nice things about them, right? Some of those things maybe you can pass on to other people that love that person so that you don't have so much of that. Some of those things you just have to let go. You have to get rid of them. You got to declutter every now and then, right? You got to decide which things really hold a very harsh sentimental value. And that's why I see this 3 of cups with the memories, right? Memories are even stronger than material items. With the 3 of wands, that's a prospect looking out at ships that may not have come in, right? Ships that sailed out and you don't know where they went. You don't know if they shipwrecked or not. You don't know if they started a new life somewhere else and they're never coming back. So all you can do is either venture out there, travel, you know, see the world, see what you can see, or you can simply move on, which is sometimes what has to happen. And here we have with the 6 of cups why I believe you're not going out somewhere else, but reconnecting with your roots. The 6 of cups, homestead, right? You're very happy where you are, like at home. You don't need to move to somewhere else. You want to be there. This is where the people are that you care about, that you can connect with, and that you can lean on, right? People that are there to help you through whatever you're going through. That help you find more than just the material. All right, well, thank you guys for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed it. If something resonated, I love to hear if it did or not. If you're interested in actually exploring deeper into your own personal story, please let me know. If you're interested in learning tarot yourself, like I said, I will be starting soon on Etsy my own tarot deck I'll be selling. And possibly even, I'm thinking about this, maybe even do some kind of tarot teaching classes that are either in person or downloadable or something. Which also, once again, Venmo or, you know, in person. So we'll see. Thanks. Thank you again. Have a good day.